Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley showcase slash sneak peek preview. I've got some upcoming models to show. We'll do some close-ups on those. The Matchbox sent over. I've also got this new set, the new collector set that is awesome. There's a new model in there. And I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to be showing this. It might be a Matchbox Monday showcase. It might be just a Matchbox showcase in general. It is Matchbox week in a sense because this weekend is the Matchbox Gathering of Friends in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Happens every July. I've been there every year except for this year. Oh, it's killing me, but I can't be there this year. Got some other things to do. I will be streaming on Whatnot, doing a big giveaway for Matchbox with some Matchbox cars. There's some details in the description, so you can be following that at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. It's going to be an all-day giveaway show on Whatnot. Now, if you're watching this later, it's not relevant, but you should go and join Whatnot anyway. The link is still relevant. You should watch some of those shows if you haven't already. And it's the 2024 preview. We'll be live streaming that. Matchbox will be presenting that Saturday night, and you want to be watching that. That's already scheduled. You can go and bookmark that and be ready to watch that, so we can see what Matchbox has in store for 2024. Let's get to this. These four cars are the new collector set. A&J Toys sent it over to me, so I always want to give them some love. ANJToys.com. You can buy this set there, buy the entire case if you would like. We'll walk through the models very, very quickly, starting with this one. It is the Datsun 510. I have noticed, by the way, collector is Matchbox's premium set, but they don't necessarily have to have opening parts. That's only the moving parts. So they'll draw from just basic models and from moving parts. And I think we have one moving parts model. So this is the Datsun 510. Kind of interesting that they have been utilizing this casting as kind of a celebration of the ambassadors. The old ambassador program that I think ended in, I don't know, 2015, 16, something like that, maybe 17, maybe later than that. I don't remember. But this is John Unosis. He was the first Matchbox ambassador, and they put his name on it. They put his name on a few of them, including a couple of the Datsun 510 rally cars. So it's kind of cool to see this here. Kind of an interesting red, white, and blue, appropriate for July, I guess, and works, kind of times out nicely in this rally style. Really like this casting. There's quite a few versions of this one. We could get into it later, but that is the Datsun 510. Guess we can put that right here. Move down a little bit. Next one is the Corvette C8. They call it the 2020 Corvette. This one has the premium wheels on it. Matchbox is doing some new premium wheels, which is nice to see because these wheels are okay. The model itself is fantastic. We'll take a look at it really quickly here. 70th anniversary of the Corvette. Looks really good in white. Love the red trim on this, and they've gone all out on the model. Maybe you customizers can change the wheels if you'd like to. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of these, but check out the engine. That's totally detailed too, and that looks fantastic. Just really, really nice model. They did a basic version of this car, and they did the opening parts model, which is nice to see them doing that as well. So that is the Corvette. That trim is cool. And didn't they do a white basic this year as well? Dodge Monaco, we'll go over to that one. This is the last of the non-new models. Dodge Monaco, 1978 Dodge Monaco Police, a classic police silhouette. I don't know what's going on with the wheels. and that art looks a little weird. These chrome wheels, these premium wheels, when they're done chrome, you can't totally decipher what's going on there. It's kind of a mag style. Here it is. I love this casting, and if you look really close, it's actually a licensed Boone County, a classic Boone County. They've done quite a few Boone County. I think the sheriff over there, I don't know if he's still, Keith, if he's still current sheriff or he's retired, but he's an avid Matchbox collector, and he has worked with Matchbox to do Boone County. Like, they've done current liveries. There's a Dodge Charger, and now here's this classic Dodge Monaco, probably in their, I would assume that was maybe a classic deco. And the Dodge Monaco needs that kind of retro vibe. And I love that this one has just, the details on the back and the side, nothing else. No pinstripes, no modern police deco. They've done a couple of those with Monaco that way. Not a huge fan when they do it, and I love that casting. So this one's really nice. And the last one, before we get to the sneak peeks, is this one, the 1953 Ford COE cab over engine. New casting, not a new mod. I think this is the debut of this casting, if I remember correctly. But it doesn't have any moving parts. You might think it does, but it doesn't. But it's really, really cool. Love that they're doing this COE because it makes a lot of sense. It's nice and it's just nice and kind of vibes the pickup vibe that Matchbox does so well, and this one is so nicely detailed. Will fit in nicely. I'm actually looking forward. This one's nice, but and the mag wheels look cool, or the Real Riders. But I'm actually looking forward to this one in like a basic style, just basic wheels on it. I'm a bigger fan of basic wheels on Matchboxes. I think I've made that clear. Anyway, those are cool. I'm not totally in order here, but that's all right. All right, let's walk through these sneak peeks. Matchbox sent these over to show them. I think these are all from the same mix, but I am a little bit, Hot Wheels. You can look at the back and figure out what's a new mix and what's not. But I'm not entirely sure which one. But I got a Target exclusive to show, and we'll just go from there. Let's start. I just have lost track of what's current and what's not. But this is the 1965 Ford C900 truck cab. I think they have some that will have a cab on, or I'm sorry, a trailer on it. But here is the artwork, which is really, I know I'm ill prepared here, but I will look and see if I can put the mix in the description. I will. And I'm not sure if this is the entire mix or if this is even part of two mixes. But this one's really nice in that it's detailed in the front and on the side. Love that vintage cab. Like the COE, I just love these vintage looking cars that Matchbox does. I think it's really, really cool. Keeping on going. This is the Renault Kangoo. Kangoo? Hope I'm saying that right. Artwork model. Because these are FEPs, you'll notice there's a code on top. I'm going to leave these carded. Because Matchbox sent them over as is to just to give you a sneak peek, and when we get them in our hands, we'll open them up. Maybe Ministry of Diecast or some of these other unboxing channels will be able to get these and unbox them pretty quickly. I'll do it, of course, once I get them. Goodyear tire on that one. That makes it more interesting. This is not a casting that I get too excited about. Excuse me. I have to say, I'm really digging this. 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E. Not a casting that I've been too keen to collect. And I know there's a lot of opinions on this one, the car itself, that they're calling this a Mustang. But as a taxi, I think it's phenomenal. Like, really, really well done. We've seen it just in, red, blue. I think it's a 9-pack exclusive this year. But as a New York taxi with the New York taxi livery, I'm all for it. Is this I haven't been to New York in a while. Is this a taxi in New York? Grill is done. That looks awesome. I just think this is, for a car like that, I'd rather like the Prius and things like that. I'm not just talking about the EVs, but just, I'll put these down here. But I just think that's a really, really cool model. All right. 1941 Plymouth Coupe. I don't think this is new, or is it? Artwork is great. Model is great. I know they've done a few classic Plymouths, but once again, I lose track. Not entirely sure if this one is new. But love the color on it. You classic car collectors will, I think, dig that. Trying to see what it says there on the license. 41 DLX. That's cool. I do like how Matchbox has been doing kind of a vintage graphic on these. All right, 17th anniversary model. They're doing a few of these kind of mixed into the basic range. This is the Matchbox Field Car, kind of based on an old field car casting with the 70th, that orange, white, black, and silver trim cars. There is the art. Here is the car. Pretty standard in the deck. You kind of know what to expect on these. I don't know if that's got, it doesn't have any front detailing, but this is an unlicensed car. It's nice. I think it was a Toy Fair car at one point. Returning to an old classic, and I think you can consider this a classic, considering this casting, I think, is now 20 years old. Porsche 911 Carrera Cabriolet. We've had blue with the 5 spokes before. There's the artwork. But not this. This is a lighter blue. That old headlight. that Matchbox did. We'll be seeing another old headlight here in a second. Or not Matchbox, a Porsche did. But you get the front and rear detailing, so that one is nice. Nice to see that. Porsches are always popular, so if they're going back into the mine to figure out some, you know, to bring some back, I don't think anyone's complaining. Land Rover Defender 90. Casting that doesn't seem to be particularly popular with some people. I wonder because it might be just a little tad too small. But a really nice color on this one. Front and, yep, gets the rear too. Very recognizable styling there. Okay, here are the models that I think are the most significant, the most interesting, at least from my perspective. Got a couple of models. I'll show these and then we'll go with the new castings. A couple of models that I think, well, we'll start with this one. Casting, one of my favorites from last year. Might have been, did I rate it my #1? But this is really cool. This is the 2012 BMW 3 Series Touring in white. We had it black with black rims last year. Now we get it in white with black rims. This is something that I know Abe Lugo over at Matchbox knows that I love white cars. Well, I think all of you know. And this is one of my favorites. So it's neat to see this one done in white with the black rims. Touring wagon there on the back. Just looks so good. This was one of my favorite models they chose last year, and I think one of the best executed models last year by Matchbox. And it looks phenomenal in white. I cannot wait to open that one up. All right, the other one that I think is significant, I got the new Target Red Edition that you'll want to be looking for. It is the Porsche 911 Turbo. Where does it say that? Is it nowhere? It doesn't. Oh, up here. There it is. Porsche 911 up top. There is the artwork. Notice the stripe is missing, but there is a stripe on the car itself. So that's cool. Does it say Porsche on the front? Oh, it does. That's cool. So what have we had? Bugatti, Mustang, Camaro, Mercedes. I don't know how many red editions they're doing this year. I'll try and acquire all of them and maybe do a video on them or something. Do those cross-section collections on these because I think they're phenomenal. And I really like that they're keeping them bright red. I know Hot Wheels does kind of a variety with the red editions, but so far Matchbox has been very true to this bright red color and this amazing artwork. I feel like I should have one carded and one loose. That looks really good. 2 new models. You guys tell me what you think. I actually did this in a sneak peek video a while ago. This is the 2004 Mazda RX-8. Front, back, art, car. Really like the 5 spokes on this one. One of the lesser loved Mazdas, you know, the RX-8 does not get the love that the RX-7 gets. So it's one of those models that it's really cool to see Matchbox doing in a stock manner, and I like it in black. So that's a winner. And I think the car that's gotten most people interested is the 1986 Volvo 240. We've seen the wagon from Hot Wheels, right? They did the drift wagon, and Matchbox said, hold my beer. We'll do a stock version of the sedan. And they did. Looks really, really good. Is that a California plate on that? It says Matchbox, but obviously it's definitely paying homage to the California plate. That looks super good. I really like it. I'd have to compare it to the real thing, but I think Matchbox, in terms of the styling and just the standard color and everything else, I think this thing is great. There you go. Kind of a little bit of everything Matchbox video for you. Matchbox content will keep coming. You guys tell me what you think, and definitely join us all Saturday night as we figure out and we learn what Matchbox is doing for 2024. Thanks, everybody. Bye.